All right, hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Winter Rules podcast presented by Golf Dojo. I am Kevin Sylvester. For those watching the screen, we see we have a guest from Golf Buffalo, Brian Smith. We're going to tell you why Brian's here in just a second. But I want to say Winter Rules is the most appropriate name for us in Western New York because winter is ruling right now. Man, it feels like it's never going to go away, but it's going to eventually, and we're going to play some golf. But the reason why I asked Brian to be on today's show, as Jeff Meadis and Brian Koziel and Jeff Blank are all on assignment tonight. I think that's fitting for them. Reason I wanted Brian on, because to kind of help bridge that gap, you know, our live radio show starts March 7th, right? So this is going to be the last edition of Winter Rules podcast. Then the following week on the 14th, Brian, the third annual Golf Buffalo Expo is happening. New venue this year. Tell everybody what the expo is. Where's it going to be?
Sure. So the expo this year is going to be at Pearl Street Bar and Grill downtown, which we're very, very excited about. It's from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday, March 14th. Really excited about being in our third year. We really feel like it's grown so much since the first year, but it's really a celebration of the Western New York golf scene. There's a lot of local businesses. There's a great, of course, as you guys know, just a great group of golf businesses and organizations here in Western New York. And it's been really fun to get everyone together, do some beer tasting, some wine tasting, which will be available this year at the expo as well. But also to get to know some of the businesses around Western New York, the organizations within golf that we can support in different ways. And it's been a lot of fun, and it's been great to see it grow over the last couple of years.
Now, is it going to be like on the upper floors?
Yeah, it's on the
banquet space.
The third and fourth floors. Yes, we're going to take over both of them.
All right, that'll be fun. It's a great spot up there. It's a cool, little more intimate.
Yeah, definitely
with both floors there. But I know the demand has been good, right? As far as getting like vendors to come in, golf businesses. Talk to me about that, because the first year I'm sure it was like, all right, hey, this is what we're gonna try to do, and okay, I'll get on board, and then their reaction and probably not difficult to get people to come on board.
Yeah, it was really great because we had a couple of the organizations and businesses that came on for the first year. They were really committing to that, having no idea. None of us really knew how successful it was going to be. But I think we had a really good group originally of people who kind of understood what the goal was. Let's all support one another. Let's promote what it is here. Let's make sure Western New Yorkers know about the businesses that they can support through golf here. And really from that kind of great core that we've had, most of the vendors we have either been here all 3 years or were here for the first time last year that are coming back. So it's been, I think, a really easy sell for the vendors. It's only a 3-hour event. It's not like a huge, multi-day commitment. So certainly from the vendor perspective, a lot of excitement. It's also been really cool to see some of the networking that goes on between vendors. And, I'm sure you guys have experienced this too. Usually the people that find the golf industry are really great people and are kind of, a lot of fun to get to know. So I think in that sense, it's been really good for the vendors. It's certainly been great for me. I've really enjoyed meeting, all the business owners and the executive directors for the nonprofits and the people involved in the golf courses and everything. So it's a lot of fun for the vendors in a variety of ways.
Yeah, now this is a ticketed event.
It is.
And there is a cost to attend, but there's a reason for that. Because there's also a beer tasting going on. Got to rent out the venue. There are costs to put this event on. So it is a ticketed event. Where do they get tickets?
You can go to golf-buffalo.com, which has more information, just more specifics, the address, which is 76 Pearl Street. There's information there about our sponsors, including Tee2Green, which we're very thankful for. Also information about our confirmed vendors. It is still a growing list. We have people reaching out every day that are asking if there's still space, which we're trying to accommodate everyone the best that we can. But yeah, the tickets and more information about the event can be found right here on golf-buffalo.com.
All right. Golf, that's dash like a hyphen, golf-buffalo.com. That's where you can secure your tickets. And are you expecting this to be a sellout? I'm going to say again this year.
I definitely am. It's been a sellout last year was a sellout. It's going to be very close. We're tracking ahead of schedule from where we were last year. So definitely get your tickets now, because if you wait until the day of, we might be out of space. So
yeah, and you don't want to turn anybody away at the door. I mean,
no,
obviously. And the other part of this, it's kind of a watch party for the Players Championship third round, and that was fun last year.
Yeah, absolutely. That's been the other part of the event that we have had a lot of fun with. The first year we were able to do it on a Sunday because it was actually St. Patrick's Day that year. But we've done it Saturday the last 2 years. Definitely found that it's fun to have like a little bit less of a focus on the golf. Like the first year, it was so competitive and it was right down to the wire. Having it on Saturday gives it a little bit of breathing room. Also, selfishly, if there's weather, it makes it a little bit easier and a little bit more flexible on Saturday than on Sunday. So, but it's great. We'll have big screens on both floors at Pearl Street, so you'll be able to watch it from anywhere. There'll be some other TVs around too, but it's just a great hang. Go check out some of our local businesses. Get some merch for the upcoming season. It's usually that time of year where, on some of the sunnier days, you can kind of sense that it's coming. The players, it's not quite the Masters and feeling like, the majors are coming, but, it's a great event where people start getting really excited for the season when you see Sawgrass and 17 on the screen. It's just a really fun event to go to with, your dad or your husband. It's a really great event.
I'm going to ask you, on one of the screens, you get the ESPN Plus Betcast on. I'll be doing that this year for the players. So
awesome.
I'm excited about. I'm excited to work the players again, but I'm disappointed. I'm going to miss the event once again here. But I know
we'll forgive you. You'll have a great view.
Everybody who's been has said it's been awesome. It's just been it's been the camaraderie, right? That's the other part of it too. To get excited for the golf season here in Western New York, that's another big part of it, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And it's that time of year where you can, it's been so long since you've played, especially if you haven't gone to, Florida at all over the course of the winter. And usually there are some of those days where you can really feel like it's coming. Like for me, I walk the dog in the morning. I can kind of tell by the birds chirping, how close we are to the Masters and the season kicking off. So it's a great time to get together, get excited about golf. And like I said, it's been a lot of fun to grow the last 2+ years now. And we're excited about where the event can go in the future.
What sort of vendors, golf businesses are going to be in attendance? Besides Golf Buffalo, we should mention Golf Buffalo is a business. You're wearing some of the apparel.
I am.
You got
our Golf Buffalo USA T-shirt on there.
That should be selling. Get some hockey guys. It takes Thompson to sign those.
Exactly. So of course we're there, and we'll have some great deals at our vendor area. But there's a long list of golf businesses. Can I go through some of them?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sure.
So Encore Golf will be there. They're our official golf ball sponsor, which we're really excited about. It's their second year there. We'll have I'm Just a Golfer, who Ron Langhorn. I'm sure you're familiar with Ron.
Yep. Ron.
The Lady Lynx of Buffalo. Dana will be there, and she'll have some Lady Lynx merch as well. I know she's making bag tags. But we'll have Buffalo Logo Company. They do like in-person screen printing. They've got some new golf designs this year. Albatross Leather Goods is there. They've got some awesome like high-end artisan, leather bags and stamped ball markers. And it's a really good mix. We've got Golf Courses. Ironwood will be back. This is their third year with us. Burncliffe. We've got, it's over 20 legitimate golf vendors this year already. Then there's some other sponsors and different tables there, but we'll be around probably 45 total tables this year, which is a little bit more than what we had at our venue last year.
Wow. Okay. So new venue, more vendors coming, yes. which is great.
Yeah, definitely. And as I mentioned before, we really are, especially as more people are learning about the event, just as it gets closer, which kind of happens naturally every year. We have vendors reaching out, more golf courses, more just kind of merch focused businesses that are reaching out. So it's going to keep
Talk, Brian, talk about the idea of Golf Buffalo. All right. The business itself. You and Phil started it. Your friend Phil started Golf Buffalo. Just kind of talk about the origins of it, and the spirit of it, and what it is.
Sure. So Golf Buffalo really started from really just a love for supporting local businesses. That's been my passion. It was my, a big portion of my career was in economic development. I love meeting business owners. I love supporting local businesses. I'm one of those people that, shopping local is very important to me. And, was really inspired by some of their Buffalo News articles I was reading at the time, just about what Encore was doing. And I just really felt like, more people needed to know about what was available to them, and it really started with Encore, and then also T2 putters, which I just thought, being out of Orchard Park, it's just really cool, that exists here, and just felt like not enough people. I'm sure many people, knew about them, but for me, I was like, man, what can I do to help kind of support this? And so really that's how Golf Buffalo as a business really started, or that was kind of the first idea of it. But leading up to that, me and my very good friend Phil, we had sort of been, designing some very small batches of clothes that were sort of inspired by what they're wearing on tour. And, we had made some stuff up for our friends, and, I had some cousins that reached out and that wanted us to do it. And we kind of put those two things together. And that's kind of where Golf Buffalo came from. And then the only thing I would add to that is that what we really learned was that the expo was such a good way to do some of the things that we wanted to do, which was promote the local golf scene businesses. And it's been really successful.
How many collaborations have come out of the expo? Brands working together with brands.
Oh,
businesses build businesses.
Yeah, I'd have a tough time putting a number to it, just because I definitely don't know everything that's come up. But I know, specifically about some of the merch vendors that have, reached out to some of the screen printers or the embroiders that have come there. Certainly we have some collaborations that we've done that were with businesses that, we met through the expo. So it's real. Those are real things that are happening. There's real products that have been created because of it, and real sales and real tax generated from it. So, those things are happening, and I'm excited to see what types of things like that come out of this expo.
All right. New York State loved that. The tax that came out.
I told you economic development,
Yeah, feed the beast, Brian. Yeah. Feed the beast. It's been a great event. Again, from all accounts, I've been told. I enjoy working the players. One of these years, maybe I'll be off that week to come to the event. But we want people to come to the event, but we want them to get their tickets ahead of time.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's golf-buffalo.com. That's the only spot to get tickets, correct?
Yep. If you go to golf-buffalo.com and click on the link for tickets, it'll take you right to the Eventbrite page, and the information's right there. It's very clear. So to be good.
All right. Any hints you want to give it what Golf Buffalo is going to have there? Show specific?
Sure. So I'm wearing this is our new crew neck. I've got this on right now. That'll be making its debut. We have some new polos, some new tour inspired polos. They're private label Golf Buffalo. We've got it in black and white and navy and white. We're going to set up two side-by-side tables where we're going to have kind of the tour inspired stuff and the Golf Buffalo USA stuff on the other side. We'll be doing a bunch of deals if you buy a shirt and a hat, kind of at all levels, t-shirt, polo, hoodie, that kind of thing. So come check out our table and buy some merch.
And we should mention, Golf Dojo is a sponsor of this. You can find Golf Buffalo at Golf Dojo on Transit. I was just there the other day. There's some cap selections. There's some Lady Lynx wear there. There are the black, it looks like a performance type hoodie.
Yep, the black hoodie. Yep.
Yeah, the black hoodie's there. So you can grab some of that gear when you go to play golf. Where else can they find? Because I know there's a couple other merchants that so carry it or will be carrying it.
Yeah, and we have merchandise at both Buffalo Gift Emporium locations. There's one on Delaware and Tonawanda, and one on Main Street in Williamsville. And we also have merch at Willowbrook. And you mentioned Golf Dojo. Golf Dojo will be at the expo as well. They'll be there. So if you've never been before, come check out their table. You can learn more about their memberships. But I might be. Oh, and the Broadway driving range also has Golf Buffalo merch, and they will also be a vendor at the expo.
Well, you want to talk about a great business that fellow's built over there?
Yeah,
that's. I mean, what an empire! I mean, he's got ice cream, mini golf, driving range.
I know. I have young daughters, and we went there for the mini golf and had a great time.
Mini golf there is awesome.
Yeah,
it is great. It's a good time under the lights, and then you go up the hill and get they don't call it a blizzard, but whatever. They're ice cream. Yeah, right. Certainly is part of there. Hey, Brian, thanks so much for joining us. Best luck with the expo. Golf-buffalo.com. You can buy merch on the website there too, but get those tickets for the expo and get them ahead of time so you don't get shut out. All right, Brian, take care, brother.
All right, thanks, Kev. Appreciate the time.
All right, you got it. Brian Smith from Golf Buffalo and the Golf Buffalo Expo. That's coming up on March 14th. It's 3 to 6 p.m. It's at Pearl Street. It's 3 hours. It's a watch party. Also, there's a beer and spirits tasting and a lot of great golf businesses. Great place to go, network, and have a fabulous time. Watch the Players Championship. Again, tickets, golf-buffalo.com. All right, a couple other things, real quick hits here before we go for the evening. If you saw it last week at the Genesis Invitational, the press conference leading up to it, Tiger Woods, who was the host, and Tiger also was on with Jim Nantz and Trevor Immelman. Tiger's not ruling out playing in the Masters, which everybody's excited about. He said he'd definitely be there. Whether or not he's going to play, we'll wait and see. He was also asked, would he play beforehand, which there would be a PGA Tour Champions event he could play in beforehand. I highly doubt he'd play Valero Texas Open. That is a huge property to walk. Augusta's a demanding walk, but I could definitely see Tiger playing in a Champions Tour event where he can use a golf cart. He even said he was excited about that, to take some of the stress off there, to see if he can handle the rigors of swinging. So we're all on high alert to see if Tiger Woods is going to play the Masters. That would certainly bring some energy into it. The leg surgeries, the recent back surgery, which we've all lost count how many back surgeries it's been for Tiger Woods, but he looked great, by the way. I mean, he's always been a specimen, but he looked like he was in fighting shape, let's say, at the Genesis Invitational over the weekend. By the way, great performance by Jacob Bridgman. Rory almost caught him there, but Bridgman got it done for his first win. And the other thing that was dominating golf news in recent weeks was the win by Anthony Kim. And really, all the talk about LIV had been, what's this? Koepka's coming back. But Anthony Kim, and really, it's not so much about LIV, in my opinion. It's more about the individual story here. And everybody loves a comeback story. And, we're excited that Anthony Kim came back to professional golf. Yes, it happened to be with LIV. He didn't play well last year, relegated out, earned his way back. So that, they had a qualifying event and he earned his way back. Because Patrick Reed decided to leave, they took Kim on, Dustin Johnson took him on the team. Well, he chased, it's not just that he won, it's how he won. Coming from behind, 5 shots behind Rahm and Bryson DeChambeau, he passed Rahm and DeChambeau to win the tournament in Australia. That was the incredible part of it for Anthony Kim. And the entire golf world's happy for him because, listen, this guy's life was, a mess due to addiction. And he was just, he was out of it. And to come back and do what he did, you're not a human being if you're not happy for him to do that. I think the golf world's happy for him. He did tweet, though, after, thanks to all the writers who crapped on me. Ignore that stuff. You just return to the winner's circle, and you got to block that stuff out there. But I was happy for Anthony Kim to see him come back. Then we'll see what happens from there. But again, to me, it was more about the individual story, not where he did it. All right. Hey, coming up on March 7th will be our first show of the season on WGR 550. And we've got some, other airwaves that we're going to be on too on FM. We're also excited about that. We look forward to a great season coming up for Tee2Green on WGR radio. Brian, Jeff, myself will all be there. Don't forget the Golf Buffalo Expo coming up on the 14th. And I want to thank, of course, our sponsor of the podcast, our friends at Golf Dojo. All right. The next time you'll hear us on Tee2Green will be our live show, which, by the way, we will stream on this channel on X. So if you don't listen to it on the radio, you can always come back and watch it later. We'll be streaming all season long again of our Tee2Green radio show. Till next time, I'm Kevin Sylvester. We'll see you.